Guys, welcome back. Taurus, don't mind me, I don't have lashes on. I look extra crazy today, but I'm telling everybody I took them off because I was washing my face, and when I went back the kitties had taken them and they were playing soccer with them down the hallway. So I was like, screw it, I'm not getting a new pair. I mean, I have a shit ton. I was just like, I'm not, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, if I look extra crazy today, it's okay. Anyway, Taurus. Taurus. Let's see what's going on. This is going to be more of a spiritual reading to see what's happening for Taurus. Taurus. Let's see here. Okay. Alright, Taurus, let's see what's going on. Curiosity. Curious and curious. You got two of them. You got second chakra. Curiosity. The frequency of curiosity supports our intrinsic inquisitive nature, which is the necessary driving force behind any growth and evolution. And then the second chakra, the energy of the sacral chakra, helps us to navigate our lives through our emotions and support our ability to enjoy the sensual world. Wow. Taurus, this is giving Taurus energy. This is giving Taurus energy. It's giving, maybe some of you guys, which is interesting because I don't know Taurus that doesn't go for it's the Venus, right? It's the softer sides of things. Maybe some of you guys have never even tapped into that energy, right? Maybe some of you guys have never gone into like I'm seeing like, okay, so one of my dreams, I have many, but one of my dreams is to like go and try all the fun stuff you see on like the TikToks, like those edible fruits, they're all edible, but you know, the desserts, and then go try different foods. But because I cook a lot, like eating for me is not only just like eating, but like it's an experience, right? It's not like I need a show. It's just the food, like tasting it, tasting what's in it, like trying to guess what's in it, like different experiences like that. Trying different foods from different places, going to eat at different places, trying those like, what are they called when they mix? I don't know. But you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like when they mix two different cultures and they make like one thing. Yeah, so just trying different stuff like that. But also like the senses of like trying cloths, and it's sensuality. It's the trying different wines, foods, comforts, right? It's the comforts for the Taurus, right? And I know one Taurus, she likes blingy stuff and she likes stuff, but she's not one to like do like delicatessens like that sweet, like that Venus, that. So maybe some of you guys have not been doing this, right? But I feel like your curiosity, and maybe some of you guys just, because you guys were traumatized when you guys were younger. Maybe you didn't have the money, maybe whatever it was, right? You guys didn't have that option to be like, well, let me feel, what is it? 3 billion thread count. I don't know. I don't know about thread counts. I don't know anything about thread counts. Even if when I have like good money, I've never known anything about thread counts. It was like, okay, just get me black, or just get me this. I don't know. But like feeling those sheets, right? Like, and I remember one time somebody telling me like, yeah, getting silk sheet and sleeping naked. I'm like, wouldn't you fall off? But I don't know. I don't know. I don't care about sheets, but I do care about my bed. My bed, I will spend a pretty penny. I bought a California King with a memory foam top because no, when you have autoimmune conditions, you don't play around with bed or anywhere where you sit, right? Because you can just make shit worse. So I feel like that second chakra of sensuality is starting to activate, and I feel like you're going to start having like those sensuality feelings, but not just sensual. A lot of people think it's just schmecks, right? It's not. It's everything. It's hearing them. It's not only just hearing the music, it's feeling the music, right? Go through their body. Remember, those are vibrations. They are making your body do things. Even your organs, like, you know, it's making them do certain things, right? Feeling it to the tip of your fingers, to your hair follicles, right? That sensuality of like when you actually eat your food, you're tasting the ingredients. You're not just eating to eat. And I feel like you're doing this, but with everything. It's almost like you're doing this and it's awakening. I feel like it's starting to little by little. And so I know Taurus is in a cosmic flower. Some of you guys might be getting laid. And some of you guys might be trying some new, like, you guys are trying some new tantric shit. But for a lot of you guys, this is also having to do with, like, your remembrance of home, right? I feel like those feelings are how you feel at home. Because let's say if you're a starseed or something, I feel like when we were on those other planes, we felt things so very deeply, and it was innate. It wasn't like we had to try. Here, everything is so grounded and so heavy and so weighted down that you have to try, and you have to get into it. You have to immerse yourself into an experience for you to be able to try and feel other senses, right? And you have to like want to do it, one, and two, it has to start to, like, you have to train yourself. Like when I had my really nice bathtub, I started to take showers or baths in the dark, and my shower switched from sitting in like water, still water, to like leaving the shower head on and letting it hit from head to toe, right? And then just leaving it to hit. Like, it's a different sensation. It feels almost like you're on a waterfall, but the water isn't still, it's moving. And so it's something completely different with the light off. Or if you have one of those shower heads that changes colors, because I did have one of those at one time, and that helped a lot. And there's a lot of color. Look, there's so much color. It's almost like you can hear and smell color. I can taste color. I can taste color, and there's so much orange here. Look, like it's so bright. It's almost like you're smelling flowers, but you're smelling like energy. You're smelling like, you're not just looking at, oh, that's a pretty flower. You're like seeing the essence. You're gonna start seeing like the essence of that flower. It's not just a flower, right? Whenever we claim to know something, that's when we deaden a subject. Like when a child asks us, what's that, Dad? Oh, that's a tree. End of story. That's not just a tree. That tree is life. That tree has energy. That tree gives air, oxygen. It gives, it has so many things, right? It's seen years and years and years. Like, you can go into the depths of a tree, but for most people, that's just a tree, right? Oh, it's just a flower. It's not just a flower. Like, flowers are alive. You have to literally ask them if it's okay if you cut them. Most people don't do that, right? They just cut it and understand that they have nerves. They live and they die. They're not alive like human beings, but they're alive. They have that energy, right? So there's a sensation here coming back to you where you're going to start sensing things very different. Everything's going to be very sensual. That would make sense for a Taurus. You guys already love food. I mean, I'm not a Taurus, but I love food too. I do have Taurus in my 12th house, though. 12th house. 12th house. But yeah. Alright, let's clarify curiosity. Whenever I hear that word, I think of Alice in Wonderland. Curiousa and Curiosa. Curiosa and Curiosa. Which then leads me to the Matrix with the white rabbit. And now I'm hearing follow the yellow background. Follow the yellow background. Strength. You feel like you don't have the strength. You feel like you don't want to push forward. You're feeling like you don't want to do new shit. It's time to do new shit. It's almost like I mean, you have free will, but it's almost like you're going to be put into situations where that's how it's gonna work, right? You feel like you're exhausted. You feel like you kind of gave up. It does feel like maybe in the past you haven't really had this kind of good, because when you equate good and like delicious and like doing different things, we equate it to money. We equate it to availability. Oh, I don't have money for that. I can't go do that. That's not true, though. That's not true. We can find a lot of this stuff at cheaper places, or even if you want to manifest that, how much you want to make a bet that you'll have somebody be like, hey, let's go try this. I'll buy, right? Or make it yourself. If you know how to bake, make it yourself. It's actually not as complicated as it looks. It's actually quite simple. But I enjoy baking. Not in this kitchen, but I enjoy baking. Manifest it and it will come. Build it and it will come. You do feel like you don't have the strength, though, but you have it. You have it, Taurus. You have it. You feel like you're too tired, like you don't have the money, like you've given up, like you just don't want to do any of that stuff right now. But this is why this is awakening, right? This is the fire that you need, the kindle that's going to awaken this and give you the strength that you need. Some of you guys have lost a little bit of luster for life, or you just feel maybe sick. Maybe you guys have been feeling under the weather, or some of you guys have autoimmune conditions and it's very difficult for you to go out and try life, right? Listen, I have been sick since I was a little girl. And there was at one point in my life where I had to decide whether I was going to either get up and live the way I was or die. Because I wasn't going to just sit on my couch all day and do nothing. Which is funny because people think I do that now, which no. If I told you the amount of spiritual work that I've been doing for the last 5 years, but people don't understand that. They see you like not actually doing what society thinks you should be doing. And they automatically assume she doesn't want to better her life. No, you don't understand what I'm doing in the 5D. Like, you have no idea the amount of work that's going on in the 5D. And sometimes it is more important. Sometimes it is more important because you begin as above, so below, right? When you build your kingdom in heaven, as above, so below. Second chakra, let's clarify. I heard for some of you guys it might be people coming in that are like awakening this, but I'm not getting that for everyone, so I'm going to clarify. The second chakra. Judgment and temperance in reverse. You waited long enough and the universe is calling judgment. This is something that you're receiving judgment for. You waited a really long time. You waited a really long time to have a little bit of this kind of different life, right? It does feel like it is a different kind of life. It's living almost a different kind of lifestyle. And it's not to say that you have to change like tax bracket, right? You don't have to go up a level. It's just, it's almost like it comes to you naturally. These experiences happen naturally, right? I remember there were times where I was like, oh, I'm craving chocolate. I want somebody to I want somebody. I didn't have a car. I want somebody, and I was on my monthly. I want somebody to Uber me. And then my friend called me and she was like, I'm gonna get you pickles and chocolate. And I was like, out of nowhere, I was like, oh, thank you. I didn't even ask her. And I was like, wow, that worked fast. That was quick, right? Yeah, but this is, you've called judgment, and I feel like they've called judgment. I feel like your guides, the universe, has called judgment on everything you've done on the past, on situations that you've done on the past, on your lessons. I feel like they're calling judgment. Basically, like, I'm seeing a court hearing on lessons that you've learned, and they're calling judgment, and they're decreeing that you're deserving of these blessings, right? I feel like this is just going to be one of those blessings. You're going to have many more, but this is just the one that's coming in now, right? And so life is going to taste, even if it's just visual, it's just going to taste different. It's going to taste rich. It's going to be different, colorful. The things that you're enjoying, it's going to be just so amazing. And it's because you've been working really hard, and because the Wheel of Fortune was at the bottom for a really long time. But that Wheel of Fortune, I feel like, is turning for you, right? And you are getting out of your head with the Queen of Cups. Yep. And you were waiting for your ships to come in, and they're coming in. They're coming in. They're absolutely coming in. But it's because you did work really hard. With the Eight of Pentacles here, you've been working really hard at this. And I feel like it hasn't been 1 month, 6 months, a year. It's been quite a while. And even then, even when the Wheel of Fortune was at the bottom, you continued to push forward. You continued to push forward, and you continued to do what you had to do. So this is something that you actually deserve. This is almost like I'm just seeing like luxurious chocolate. Even if I'm not just talking about chocolate, right? Like when you think of, like, when you see it, just like I don't know if you guys bake, but like when you're just like moving the chocolate, it just looks smooth and it looks silky, and that's what I mean. It's almost like a chocolate lifestyle. Like where things are just gonna start coming in, and it's not even like you need money. Like things are just gonna start coming in. We're going to be able to go out and enjoy life and try different things and start to expand your palette, your actual like life palette, right? That's what it feels like. And I feel like this is just one blessing. I'm even getting like spa days. But you're going to be getting, like I said, those sensations are going to be so, I don't know how to explain it. Euphoric, right? It's going to be that feeling of euphoria without needing the drugs, right? That's what it is. That's exactly what it is, right? And that feeling of feeling like at home, like how you feel at home, because I'm pretty sure this is how you feel when you're on your home planet or wherever it is, you know, if you think of heaven, find heaven. But this is what it feels like, right? And with judgment, look, it does feel like, look, they're calling judgment on like a past deadened, right, life. I'm hearing hear ye, almost like they're doing you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so this is what's coming in. Life is gonna feel like silk sheets, basically, which is so interesting because I've never given a message like this, but this is what's coming out. Alright, let me get you guys some guidance. I'm gonna try to get at least 2. I can't believe they took my lashes. All in the golden afternoon. Inspiration, creative spark, imagination, conception. Yes. And this is all coming from your second chakra. It's all being activated. Curiouser and curiouser. What did I say? Discovery, inquiry, weirdness, and curiosity. Yes, you're becoming curiouser. I literally said this like I don't know how many times. Curiouser and curiouser. I want to be a queen. Stating your sovereignty. Declaring freedom. Passing a test. Judgment. Calling judgment on a final test. What did I say? The higher courts are calling judgment. Da, 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 da. Yes, Taurus. I love it when a plan comes all together. Alright. I love you guys so much. I hope this helped, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.